Hey everyone, I'm super excited to make this video today. I have an announcement. CalHFA came out yesterday with a brand new loan called the California Dream for All. This is the Appreciation Shared Loan Program. It's really different. I haven't seen one out here like this. You know what came to mind when I was doing my research about it? Have you guys ever met or heard of a young couple or even single people, and they have parents who are pretty well off, and they give them a substantial amount of down payment so that they could live comfortably? It's their first house and they're helping them out. Their mortgage is pretty low. Those are paid because it's payments that they can afford, and they really give them a step up in starting their journey onto building wealth and creating a home and not renting and home ownership. So we've heard of those stories, right? Okay, this is not that, of course, because CalHFA, this is a business, but it kind of reminded me of that. So it really intrigued me. There's lots of stuff out there that I don't share. I don't think everything makes sense, but I'm sharing this one because it's brand new and I feel like it does make sense. And we're going to get into those details in the video. I'm going to show you what I know, what I've learned, and we're going to also dive into it a little bit deeper. I think it's a good opportunity. This is definitely going to be for a limited time because there's only a certain amount of funds that are available for this program. And it's going to kind of be like, okay, this is new. It's just getting out there. People are going to maybe start hearing about it in the next couple of weeks. It's probably going to start being on the news. And then everyone is going to start rushing to the banks to get pre-approved. And so those loan applications are going to start coming in, and people are going to, the loan officers are going to get bombarded with all of these applications. And then fast forward, they get approved. Maybe it takes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get approved. Now everyone is in the market. And so it's going to be an added competition. So people that I know, my friends, my family, my YouTube family, everybody, I'm letting you guys know this program came out yesterday. So we already know what it's going to look like if you imagine in the future of kind of like the sort of people coming through the banks and into the market. So if this is something that you were planning on doing anyway in 2023, if you have the ability to press go today, tomorrow, within the next couple of weeks, I would definitely encourage you to do so. So watch this video until the end because this program may or may not be for you. Decide if it is, and then let's get started right away. That would be my recommendation for you guys. But let's dive into it. I want to tell you all about it. And so this is once again the California Dream for All Shared Appreciation Loan Program. So this is a program that helps first-time homebuyers with low to moderate income to achieve their goal of home ownership. First-time homebuyer is defined as the obvious, someone who has never purchased a home, and also someone who has not purchased a home within the last 3 years. Here are the benefits to this program. You have lower monthly mortgage payment. This program helps you with a substantially large down payment, and there's no interest or monthly payments on the shared appreciation loan. That's the down payment loan. There's no interest. They're not charging interest on it or on the shared appreciation. We're going to get into that. Okay, so who is eligible? What people are eligible for this program? Again, you have to be a first-time homebuyer or somebody that hasn't purchased a home in the last 3 years. You have to occupy the house as your primary residence. So this doesn't apply for people that want to do investment properties, second homes, vacation homes, only the primary house where you're actually going to be living. Anybody going on the loan to help you purchase the home so that you can qualify has to live there. They can't go on the loan and not live there. You have to complete homebuyer education counseling, and you can actually do that before you start home shopping. If it were me and I got pre-approved, I would automatically start doing that education just to knock it out of the way. And you have to meet the CalHFA income limits for this program. Let's dive into that really quick. Here are the income limits. So let me scroll down a little bit so that the entire screen is shown. Go ahead and pause it to find your county because this is within the entire the entire state of California. Okay, I'm going to shout out the counties that I covered. Los Angeles County, if you make under 180,000, you can qualify for this program, or this is just you meet one of the qualifications for this program. Let's go on and see San Bernardino County. The max income is 173,000. Riverside, 173,000. And Orange County, 235,000. That's a pretty good amount, wouldn't you say? So if you make anywhere less than those amounts that I just called out, you have already met one of the criteria that you need to qualify for this program. All right, so program eligibility for the house. So what kind of house can you buy? You can only purchase a single family home, 1-unit residence, including condos and PUDs, planned unit development housing. Guest houses, granny units, and in-law quarters may be eligible. Manufactured housing is permitted. Properties located anywhere within the state of California may be eligible for this program. So this is all across the board in the state of California. This is what I'm saying, you guys. Jump on this right away, but stay to the end, see if it's for you. And if it is, jump on this right away. How the program works. The California Dream for All program offers a shared appreciation loan to help first-time home buyers with down payments, closing costs, and interest rate buy-downs. What are interest rate buy-downs? Interest rate buy-downs are when you have an interest rate that the lender is quoting you, let's call it 6.5%. Did you know that you have the option to get a lower interest rate if you'd like to pay money to get that lower interest rate? So depending on what makes sense, you might be able to also use this loan to buy down the interest rate so that equals a lower payment for you. That's another awesome thing. You pay back the loan when you either sell the home or refinance the home. Plus, you share a portion of the appreciation. Don't worry, we're going to get into that. And here we are. Okay, so there's two scenarios, this one and this one. Okay, so the first one, let's start to the left. And we're going to use an example in all of our scenarios. I'm going to set it up. We're going to use a home price, a purchase price of $500,000 for everything that we're talking about. We're going to use the same scenario. So the down payment assistance loan, they're going to give you 20% of that. So 20% of 500,000 is $100,000. Remember, I was telling you the analogy of the parents gifting their kids a large amount of money because it just helps them. Their mortgage is going to be $400,000. This is why I thought of that. Of course, it's different because this is a business, and so they're going to profit from that. Mom and dad usually doesn't profit from that. But anyways, so 500,000. Okay, this is today. Let's fast forward 5 years. The home appreciates to 640,000. So there's 140,000 in appreciation. You, the homeowner, your share of that is 112,000. And the down payment assistance program, they get a cut of that. This is what I'm saying. It's different. It's a business because they're going to get a cut of the appreciation. You're going to pay them back 100,000 plus 28,000. That's where they need their money. Okay. So let's keep going. You sell the home in 5 years, you want to move and sell the home, cash out. Your first mortgage, so now you've been paying on your loan, on your first mortgage for 5 years, that balance is now 370,000 because you've been paying it down. This is equity, you guys. The total amount of loan that you pay back is 128,000 because remember, this is 100,000 that they let you borrow. And this is the 28,000 that they made 20% off of the home appreciation, off of the equity. So this is their cut and this is your cut. That's not bad. That's not bad. Would you do that? Because when you're renting, you put in a security deposit. Let's say your rent is $3,000 and you put in a security deposit of $3,000 equal to 1 month of your rent. Sometimes it's 2 times, right? So let's just be generous and say you put a 2-month deposit, which is $6,000. Maybe you'll get that back in 5 years. But that's it. You've been helping your landlord pay down their loan. So in 5 years, maybe you get your deposit back or you get back $142,000 just for some help. I would love that deal. This is why I think it's a great deal. And there's more numbers that we're going to go through to make it even better. But that's pretty, I mean, that's doable. 142,000 when you sell your home. The next one is going to, let me clear this. Okay, so backing it up a little bit more. This is for moderate income. Okay, there's going to be 2 levels, low income and moderate income. Moderate income is 80% to 150% of the average median income. And this is something that they'll calculate for you. But we know that the max income levels, again, they're going to determine where you fall because let me show you. Let me clear all this out actually. And let's go to the next page. Low income, 80% or under the average median income for where you're purchasing in. And the only difference here is that instead of taking 20%, they take 15%. So what they're getting in equity back, they're getting 121 versus 128. So it's like $7,000 difference. Low income, moderate income. How do you guys feel about this? So far, so good. All right, let's keep going. You are not required to make monthly payments on the 100,000, on the 20% that is given to you as a silent loan. You're not required to make payments on that. So you're just making payments on your first loan. You can make payments if you like to. However, they are applied to the principal balance and do not affect the shared appreciation. And keep this in mind too. If you decide to make principal reduction payments on the 100,000, if you were to pay that off, it's going to trigger the repayment of the shared appreciation too. So you're going to have to either sell or refinance if you choose to go that route and pay it off in full. When is the shared appreciation loan due and payable? It's payable if you transfer title over to someone else. If you give the home to someone, that's due. If you sell the home, if you pay off your loan, like we just talked about, if you refinance, or the lender has filed and recorded a notice of default and started the foreclosure process. There is a cap on the amount of appreciation owed. The most a borrower, a homeowner, will ever pay is 2.5 times the original loan amount. So let's take the same figure, 100,000, and 2.5 times that is 250,000. So if you have more equity, if you have equity over 250,000, that's as much as that. They won't take more than that. What happens if the value of the home does not appreciate or loses value? Then the principal amount of the shared appreciation loan is still due and payable, the 100,000. But if the appreciation of the property is 0 or less, no additional money is owed. So then that it goes away. There's no shared appreciation at the time when you sell or do any of one of those things there. Okay, so now, after learning about this, I thought, let me do some of my own numbers because I have some other questions that came through. Let's dive into it. Okay, so now let's look at some numbers. I have a Word document here that I'm going back and forth on. You won't be able to see that, but I'll show it to you at the end because I'm just going to make a note of all the numbers. So let's start out with some payments. $500,000. Let's start out with 20%, which is $100,000. Let's just assume that the interest rate is 6.3%. 30-year term. Let's say your credit is excellent, which is 740. Property taxes are not 2.75 in the state of California. We use a rule of thumb, which is 1.25%, 1.24, that's close enough. And then homeowners insurance 0.33. Okay, so look, the total mortgage payment that you would be paying with this silent second is going to be $3,129. That's with this new program. So let's get out of that program and let's just go traditional financing. What if you're purchasing the same home, but you're not using the down payment assistance and you're just doing 10% down? What does that look like? Your payments are $3,439. Okay, let's go 5% down. Your payments turn into $3,593. What if you are doing a FHA loan? Let's go to the FHA loan and let's go 3.5%, same interest rate, same scenario. Your payments, see, this is a lot, $3,913. If you guys want to know why the FHA payment jumped up, I want you to take a look at this right here. They are charging an FHA upfront MIP of 1.75%, and they're adding that on to the front end. So your loan amount, the base loan amount is $482,500, but they're adding in this additional fee. So it's $490,943. But anyways, let's keep going with it. So FHA, 3.5% down. Your payments are $3,913. Okay, let's go VA. VA is going to be 0 down. So let's go to the VA calculator here and let's choose 0 down. And do you see the base here is 500,000, but it's still a cheaper price than FHA. So this one is definitely better if you're a veteran and you're deciding, well, do I put a little bit more money down? Your payments are lower with VA, and with VA too, your interest rate might be lower as well. So let's just go with this again, same scenario all across the board, 3,820. Here's a Word document that I was jotting down some notes. So if we're looking at the payment, the highest payment is going to be FHA. This is the highest payment there. So here's what I was thinking. If you were to get a loan, let's kind of round off. Let's go with these 3 options here to round off, because if you're a first-time home buyer, typically this is like the situation right up here where you have help or you have saved money or whatever the case is. But let's talk about this scenario right here. Let's compare to this scenario, because this is a scenario that most first-time home buyers are in. They're going to do 0 down, 3.5% down, or 5% down conventional. Okay, so let's kind of round the numbers. So we have 3,000, I'm going to round the numbers, 3,600, 3,900, 3,800. So let's just use a number of 3,700. This is what you would be paying with these traditional type of financing, and you would also be bringing in your down payment. We're going to use this 20% scenario because this is the payment with the California down payment assistance, down payment / appreciation loan, right? Okay. Traditional financing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and round just to make the numbers simple. There's a difference of $600 that you're saving going this route. So I like that already. And you're essentially coming in with zero down. Let's also take a look at the traditional financing. Let's go conventional. So down payment is $25,000. So let's just say $30,000 for closing costs. Costs and down payment, right? And this one, you're not coming in with zero, you're coming in with zero money. So you're coming in with zero money and your payments are $600 less than they would be. So far, for me, that sounds good, but let's keep going. This is what my mind has went through. Okay, so let's see what this would look like with traditional financing, and then this coming in, does it really make sense? So far it does. 600, so there's a savings of $600, and let's use the same scenario of the 5-year sale. Okay, so $600 times 12 equal 7,200. Okay, 7,200 times 5 years, 36,000. In 5 years, you save 36,000 in monthly payment savings of $600. So in 5 years, you save 36,000. Let's go back to the presentation. In 5 years, the appreciation that you have to give to them, the 20%, is 28,000. But they are saving you $36,000. Would you be okay with giving them 28 if you're saving $36,000 right here with your monthly payments? That sounds good to me, because you're actually coming up 8K. You actually have a gain in profit here. So this is definitely a good trade-off. Diving into the numbers and looking at it this way, I like it. I definitely would recommend, highly recommend, that you take advantage of this. We don't know how long this program is going to be in place. There's only a limited amount of funds, and it's literally going to be first come, first serve. I'm still blown away by this, you guys. I'm absolutely loving it. You guys, it just started yesterday. I'm sending this out to everybody on my newsletter, people that I've spoke with this year and last year who are kind of on the fence and haven't bought a home yet. I'm sending this to them. This is going live on YouTube. So if you resonated with this information and you would like to move forward with getting started, beating the herd to the banks, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get the link from the QR code. There's going to be a few different topics, and there's going to be a topic pertaining to this program. Go ahead and click on the program, schedule a call with me, and then I can get you started. Okay, I'm super excited about it. Have an amazing day. I'm just like blown away with this information, and the first thing I had to do was come on and share it with you.